Welcome to another video, good people. So I've received a couple of comments on previous videos about viewers not understanding what I'm saying. I believe I have ADHD and that tends to come with poor articulation. I haven't confirmed with a professional, but I have too many of the signs. The worst part is I also speak fast because ADHD is all about shiny object syndrome and I always want to quickly get to the next interesting thing, which makes my tongue smooth down and mix up sounds. Ever since the first comment, I've been wondering how to improve, but it became obvious even to me that I was hard to understand in the last video that I posted. My current solution is to force myself to speak slower, and hopefully that will help keep my tongue stable on all the letters. We'll appreciate any feedback on how I sound in this video. Thanks for your patience. Let's get into it. So we need to talk about Kylie Jenner getting called out for this brand deal that she did.
Like what? I just got ready for my last fitting before my event tomorrow. I've added a new favorite to my routine. Pomegranate flavored cutting jelly. This is not a typical jelly, it's a cutting jelly for like digestion, de-bloating. Like what? My goal is to snack less for the new year. I've been bringing these everywhere. These little dots are chia seeds. So there. Going to my fitting in my latex dress, obviously.
So Kylie woke up recently to endorse this jelly brand without disclosing that it was a brand deal, which got everyone talking. And of course the biggest topic on most minds is the downfall of her brands, as well as some of the other Kardashian brands like Chloe's Company, Good American and so much more. We're going to get into everything that's going on with the Kardashian-Jenner family and what they've been up to so far. The Kardashian-Jenners certainly aren't above a Faustian brand deal. Those women will endorse anything. They never like getting called out for their shadier money makers, which is the reason I'll assume they tend to conveniently forget to reveal when something is an ad, unless it's with a fashion designer or something actually reputable. I mean truly, they're celebrities but they're also major influencers and they do brand deals, but they just never really like to disclose them. Chris maybe once in a while will throw a hashtag ad, but the girls really never do that. It's almost like they accept money to promote these crazy brands, but are embarrassed by them, so they make their promos as vague as possible. And fans are coming at Kylie Jenner after doing a very obvious brand deal and not calling it like it is. She posted a video for the brand Foodology. They sell a daily on-the-go essential red jelly stick, and her TikTok is all over their website, Amazon store, everywhere. The weird-looking jelly stick that I doubt she actually consumed is apparently a Coleology cutting jelly, and she literally ate two, one getting ready and one in the car. And though the makers say you can safely consume two a day, it doesn't sound right to eat them that close together. I don't know. It seems like she just wanted to get the TikTok up and get the check cashed out of the bank. Because if these are supposed to work like a laxative, or if they're just supposed to curb your appetite and she ate two within an hour, whatever event she was going to, it was not going to be pretty. They're editing jumps in the TikTok, so she probably bit into the jelly, spat it out and had her editor cut that out, so she was probably fine. But her eating them that close together could be misleading to any fans who will buy the stuff. And because she doesn't want to disclose that it's an ad, she can't add the safe way to consume the product. These jelly sticks are said to touch fat, crush cravings, smooth digestion, steady sugar, improve glow and slim. The company is heavily using her to promote the product on Amazon, and they're using every ounce of her video to market these products everywhere. They're even calling the jelly stick Kylie's daily wellness habits. Apparently, you should join Kylie's routine for a healthier you, and that it's the perfect daily habit to kickstart your New Year goals, helping you stay consistent and work towards a leaner, more balanced body over time. It's giving flat tummy tea type of vibe that the entire Kardashian family was cashing in on back in the day. And I feel like back then, some people actually really believed that that's what they were using to look like they do, because we weren't hearing about Ozempic back then, or lip filler rumors. I mean, they even had Courtney posting with a flat tummy tea, and I should never, because she's now all about her natural everything organic era. But back then, the entire family was getting their IG pics with slimming teas. Chloe especially was so extra with her captions. And if this was now, I would have thought for sure ChatGPT wrote those captions. But her assistant was probably cranking them out for her. She's also worked out in full flat tummy tea gear. At least she said it was an ad in the captions. And if it wasn't flat tummy tea, it was fit tea. At this rate, I feel like they would have tried to just invent their own version of this. Courtney has her Lemmy products, but imagine if they all made a product together as a family. It would totally get them a lot of backlash for trying to slim people down, but they're already doing that. Whatever backlash they'd get would just help them sell more. So what do they have to lose other than cash? Nothing, I guess. Because it's not like their brands right now are bringing in the big bucks. Well, Skims aside though, because Kim actually has something going with Skims. But Kylie Cosmetics is down, and I feel like none of the things that she's tried have been working for her. The King Kylie revival, for example, didn't make waves for long, and when she tried to come out with a new fragrance, nobody was impressed. Her brand Kylie is also just not that visible anymore. She's definitely mishandled a lot of her brands, and now no one's interested. Which is also another conversation of people thinking she's doing a brand deal because her brands are down, and that's a recession indicator. But she's just sparked all these conversations with her little brand deal of the jelly sticks, so she'll probably be just fine. Has to hurt when people call her broke every 2 seconds though. As for Chloe, she's the co-founder of Good American, but people have also noticed that she hasn't promoted it in a long time. It's also not in her bio anymore or her pinned posts, and she's fully focused on her podcast and her cloud food brand where she sells protein popcorn. In the last couple of months, she's been working with Fabletics Wemo and promoting her collab line with them. So it really seems she's over and done with Good American and only wants to promote things that are bringing in the bag, which if Good American was down, can't blame her. But I really wonder what happened because they have stores opening up and stores already opened. Are they shutting down? Is the company going under? Did she sell? I feel it's surprising that she didn't say anything before completely wiping it from her social media. And people have just kind of been online wondering what was going on. But I will say, Chloe has been trying to pivot onto other things, like she has a podcast that she's been posting to regularly. She's also recruited her family to get viral interviews, and maybe she's going for a Golden Globe in the future or something. Could you imagine the noise from the internet if that were to happen? Because podcasting is a real category now, which will probably be soon taken over by podcasts made by the studios themselves, and not podcasts that we actually listen to. Because most of these studios and streamers have podcasts for their shows now. Dancing with the Stars has a podcast now, and I just saw there's going to be a Bridgerton podcast. And I feel like what's going to happen is that these are the podcasts that are going to be the ones nominated, and then it will be back to being a Hollywood thing, instead of a category for potential creators, reporters, and just independent parties in general not associated with Hollywood. But she's had a family on and she's tried to get her some tea. Not a lot, but just enough for Christiana to approve to not take anyone down or get anybody cancelled. But I will say, I found it interesting that in a recent episode, Kim Kardashian revealed that she does listen to Taylor Swift's music.
Do you think people would be surprised that you listen to Taylor Swift?
I think I've said it.
I think people would be surprised. Surprised.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I have her, like, some of her older songs in my playlist. I've always thought she's like a super talented, great artist.
And given everything that has happened, I found it very crazy that she was even saying the name. By this point, I'm sure we all agree Taylor would never even acknowledge Kim or anyone in this family after the Kanye drama. But it was truly just crazy to hear that she listens to her music. Seems Kim is going for the high road to seem like the bigger person. Hope she's really the bigger person though, and not just doing it for clicks. Given that she's living her best life while Taylor still tries to shoot some petty shots, she just might be. And who knows, maybe in 20 years from now, if they are still relevant, an image of them at the same event will go viral on the internet, them hugging or something. But for now, Kim just talking about Taylor in any capacity in a positive way is wild. And that's the groundbreaking stuff that Chloe is covering. But in all seriousness, it feels like the Kardashians are all kind of everywhere, trying to start their new brands or keep ones that they have afloat, except Kim. Skims is thriving and she continues to sell out, even when she's selling ridiculous stuff like that hairy underwear, and recently, some weird ass shoes. She had Lisa as the face of the campaign for this Nike Skims Spring collection, and the shoes were part of that collection, which definitely made noise. So no jelly detox sticks for Kim yet. She's selling out and also booked and busy in her acting era too. She's even started production on a new movie with Brenda Song and Nikki Glaser that Eva Longoria is directing. So, while Kylie and the rest of the family are experimenting, pivoting, and figuring out what sticks, Kim is clearly in a completely different lane right now. But I want to know what you guys think about all that's going on with this family. What do you think about Kylie doing that ad, Chloe's Quite Goodbye from Good American? Let me know your thoughts. Love you guys so much, and we'll talk to you in the next video.